And
Who's bald?
praying Taraweeh with no socks, and my feet touched a bald man's head.
Whose bald head would my feet touch? Is it haram to tickle the feet of the brother in front of you during Taraweeh? Why is so many weird like feet stuff? Yeah. What?
How do we start last time?
Yeah, we never know how to start these videos.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to our channel. We're using this. I don't care.
It's Halal Meme review. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. Hope you have a laugh with us.
Halal Meme review 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4. No, I know it's 4 because I just checked. So the 4th one.
Is it? I'm just messing with
I'm pretty sure it is, right? Why would you ask? Why would you ask if you know I'm right? Let's go. Making plans as a Muslim. Inshallah. Insha. Ins. I'm not coming.
Why are you reading it, man? They can read. This one is like so dumb to read.
For some reason, I was like, where's this going? I was like, oh.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, it's annoying because I hate when you respond to like, you say inshallah, and I'm like, I know that means you're like,
Like
what?
what? Okay, like when?
I don't know. It's not often because I tell you, please just say. And I find it so annoying how people are just saying inshallah like just to like sweep under the rug.
I think it's become such a commonly used term, like
Misused.
it's become almost like a reflex. But you should know that the word inshallah has weight to it. You know?
Same with wallahi.
All these terms has weight to it. Don't just kind of like throw it around and think like, oh, it's all good. Just don't mess around, basically.
Yeah, like don't say inshallah when you actually know you're not going to do it.
Nice. Next. Praying Taraweeh with no socks, and my feet touched a bald man's head. It felt
What?
It felt different yet tantalizing. Inshallah is there tomorrow. What the hell?
I'm only visualizing right now. It's kind of weird.
That's why I said like you probably won't be able to relate because
No, of course not. Who's bald? Whose bald head would my feet touch?
I don't know. Some sisters might have bald head. You
But
don't
they
know.
still have hijab.
You don't know what's under the hijab, but yeah.
I would just touch
I'm kidding.
fabric.
I'm kidding. Jeez. But yeah. Bro, what's this brother doing at Taraweeh, man?
Have you experienced that? Something similar? Yeah.
It's so dumb. Why would you say it felt different yet? Yeah. Like, no, it has happened before, for sure. And like you definitely have been on both ends, especially when it's really packed. And of course, during Taraweeh, you know, things happen. Next.
Yeah. What? Is it haram to tickle the feet of the brother in front of you during Taraweeh? Why is so many weird like feet stuff? That's weird, man.
Where are these brothers going for Taraweeh? Prayer is not a joke. So
No.
I'm really hoping these are just jokes.
Most likely.
Yeah, it probably is
Yeah.
jokes, right?
We're going to assume the best.
Yeah.
Because it is jokes. It's just funny tweets.
Nice.
And fake scenarios.
No, like it actually has happened. Like
No, like
you've-
not on purpose.
no, not on purpose. No. Sometimes it's unavoidable and inevitable, but you don't go like fondling someone's head with your toes or something.
I remember how I got my head stuck inside a man's thobe in Taraweeh, and it still haunts me to this day. Ha!
On
my
the
God.
inside, I can imagine he went down for sujood. Like he opened his eyes, it was like still dark.
Wait.
A non-Muslim girl once broke my boy's heart, and this brother would tear up in prayer whenever the sheikh recited Surah Kafirun.
Wow. Nice one. Oh.
Nutella Biryani. How are you saying ooh like it's good?
No, I didn't say ooh. I said, ooh, like if you saw my face, it was like ooh.
Oh, okay.
It was
I
not a
didn't-
ooh. It was not an interested ooh. It
Oh
was
my
like a
gosh.
what? Who made this? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Not everything has to be like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Haven't had biryani in a long time.
Yeah. Next. Me looking for where in Islam it says only God can judge me. Ooh.
Ooh, it's very controversial.
Not really. If you actually look at the text.
It's not controversial, but people
not.
will make it into a controversial thing. You can judge by what's apparent. That's what we're told to do.
Another purpose of having an ummah is like accountability. If someone adds to like the Quran or something, it's like, no, only Allah can judge what I add. No, that's not how this works.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to judge and we call it out and we see it.
Yeah.
No one is infallible to this. And similarly, if someone like with knowledge can be wrong, someone without knowledge can also be wrong. Yeah. People who use only God can judge me usually is trying to like
just get out of things. Like they don't want to face their own mistakes or sins. So it's easy to say only God can judge me.
And of course, we're not saying you should judge and like critique every little thing someone does. People use this term just to like escape accountability. And yeah, of course, as Muslims, we have a proper etiquette as to how to give advice as well. Yeah, it goes both ways.
There's no God. God ain't real, okay? If there was a God, there'd be a lightning strike in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, this is very concerning.
Wow, that's so
Like,
good though. Of course, you can still say it was a coincidence, but it's like, if you were that person, would you really be like, I'll just forget about this? Come on.
I don't know if this is scripted or whatever, right?
How would you script it?
I don't know, it's raining outside, it's thunder and lightning. He just keeps going until he actually gets it.
But that's still pretty good. Like,
Yeah, sure.
I've tried that. Even like 1, 2, 3. You know, like nothing happens. Just stay there for half an hour.
Like, no matter the irrefutable evidence you provide them with, if they have confirmation bias, if they already have like a preconceived notion of something like, no, this is not real, this is not the truth, then they will still not believe it. And Allah says it in the Quran, it's not the eyes that are blind, but the hearts.
Yeah.
You could just as easily pass it off as a coincidence, which it very well could be. But at the same time, nothing happens without the will of Allah.
No. He's hurt! Okay. Shh. Hey, you look at me. You stay with me. You hear me? Shh. Okay.
That's true. Next.
This is very much you.
Me?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
No, I can control my farts.
The thing is, I'm sure you can control them. You just forget about it. You just break it. Well, I mentioned it like, if you broke your wudu, we're gonna pray in 5 minutes.
What's wrong with taking wudu again? I like taking wudu. Get off my kids.
You do not like taking wudu with winter.
Muslims then, we have ushered in the longest age of intellectual and scientific discourse in history. Our cities flourish, our wealth is immeasurable, and I can't read, man. Our wealth is immeasurable and our military is unbeatable. Our philosophies have reached as far as Europe and China. We have built the greatest library mankind has ever known. Its knowledge unfathomable. Its knowledge unfathomable in depth. Muslims now. Oh wow.
I always found this stuff so cringe. I think actually we probably talked about it before. Like the typical WhatsApp aunties. Have you seen Alhamdulillah today and shown like a melon or like a...
Oh my God! Wow!
The thing is, I can literally carve something and then like over time it will...
Of course.
Have you seen like square watermelons? Like people can actually make watermelons that's square, like cubed.
Or like heart-shaped eggs.
Yeah.
China does a lot of weird stuff, man.
In Japan mostly, but yeah.
Was that racist of me to just say China? No, but imagine what the atheists, the non-believers, thinks of Muslims when they think that we find that to be, oh my gosh, look, this melon, this potato chip has a... You've seen those like potato chip with like Jesus' face apparently? Like the fishes go like, oh my gosh, it's real, you know? The Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Literally because of potato chips or toasts.
True.
We think of them like, it's weird, man. Like, don't be so weird. Then we are doing the exact same.
Is this not in a way like idolatry? Because it could lead to something being like, oh my God, we have to preserve this potato chip because this potato chip is somehow linked to Jesus. Yeah. Nice.
Some men don't have all the I can't read. You can read it.
Some men don't have the strength for all 20 raka'ats in Taraweeh, yet they ask for 4 wives.
I don't know. CEO of Brown Boys, I just saw that now. I want to move to a Muslim country, hearing the adhan out loud, halal food everywhere, etc. I would be so blessed.
True.
Sounds pretty good.
When you hear it on like an app or like on the radio is different. You know, when you hear it like live in real time, it's like it hits different.
I think the first time, well, I know for sure it was the first time I heard the adhan out loud. I was like 13 and we were in Turkey, like on vacation. I remember the first time I was like, that sounds weird. It was super early. Like, what are they doing? You know? But there was so many like minarets, you know, from the balcony from the hotel. You could see several, you know. It ended up being something like a nice, exotic vacation memory. Like, ooh, we're in Turkey, you know, like it's such an exotic, like positive thing, you know.
Having grown up in somewhere like halal food is relatively easy to get. You don't know what you're missing until you miss it. Is that how I say it?
Even here in Sweden, it's pretty good selection compared to Norway. Even though like here, we haven't eaten out once. And one thing is because we're homebodies, like we like to be at home. But also just the selection is quite slim when it comes to halal restaurants that doesn't serve alcohol, for example. And then you only have like, will we have kebab today? Will we have Turkish grill today? Or will we have burgers? You know, alhamdulillah, that's not an option at all in where we lived in Norway. But yeah, like just actually going out like in Singapore to...
Yeah, like you can find halal food almost anywhere and everywhere, and it's so much easier for sure.
Like one thing is the food centers, of course, like the hawker centers, but like restaurants.
For sure. Yeah.
Like sushi places, like, ooh, Korean barbecue. Like they actually have that halal. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, for sure. Just imagine somewhere where it's like, you know, a proper Muslim country which has halal food as the majority, you know?
Yeah.
You have to like go out of your way to look for haram food or like things that's not permissible.
That's the dream.
Halal food everywhere. I like how we spend
food.
so much time on, well, we are called halal snack pack for a reason. Inshallah.
Wow. That's so painfully true.
You know you're Muslim when you have to decide whether to fart now or later.
That's very tricky at work. Even more so in like an office setting. Like it takes more to actually retake your wudu. Especially for me, take off my hijab, you know, socks, lift up the skirt and all this stuff you have to think about. In like a public restroom, maybe there's a walk to the public restroom.
True.
And then you have to clean up after yourself because there's going to be water on the floor.
It really depends on where you're working because you might have to do a whole cleaning, a whole set of clean, fresh clothes to pray and stuff. So, but the point is, it's not an excuse to not pray. No. Just pray wherever you are, whenever you are. You have to pray. 9-year-old me searching for Jins caught on tape on YouTube.
Did you do this?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I did that just with ghosts.
Yeah.
And then I locked my friend inside the room in the dark. Wherever you are. Even I was sitting in Norway as a 7-year-old with a tiny old laptop.
It's funny. It's like no matter what culture you're in, for some reason, kids will like try and look for ghosts on the internet or something. Yeah. Speaking of which, we actually have 2 videos reacting to Jin stories or like Jin caught on tapes.
If you're 9-year-old, go watch this.
We should probably change the Jin caught on tape.
Student of the year.
Allah's watching. Don't deduct marks if I got it right. What? Don't deduct marks if I got it right.
Yeah. Did you guys do this on your tests? Would you actually write stuff there to win them over?
My parents, if they're watching, they wouldn't like my answer to this. But yeah, I would like interact with the teacher because I'm thinking like, you know what? I don't even know the answer. But if I'm funny, I might get some points. I would usually write like, I don't know the answer. Here's a drawing instead or something.
That's so you.
Next. Muslims stalking Islam with non-Muslims. Muslims stalking Islam with fellow Muslims. That's so true.
It's very sad and very true.
Oh wow, that's really true actually.
Imagine if it was like, if both were the good guy photo, you know? What if both were like that? How much better would we feel?
True.
As Muslims, talking nicely to each other.
It depends on what type of non-Muslims you're talking to. Because if you're talking to like non-Muslims who are like, you know, that kind, just mind your manners, essentially.
Whoever you're talking to.
Muslims are dangerous. Muslims. Can I kill bug in Islam? Muslims are misrepresented in, you know, the news, in media.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if someone thinks Muslims are dangerous just from the information they're getting from Fox News, from the news.
But then you're like, if you see this side of us, then it's like, oh, we nap because it's sunnah, you know? Like, can we kill a bug?
It is what it is.
When it's Ramadan and you realize shaitan isn't the problem. This is very much your jokes.
I love this format. When Ramadan comes around, it's like, you can't blame shaitan anymore. So like, 2 types of people in this world.
I just roll because you roll.
I roll it because that's how it came in the packaging. It rolled up.
I think rolling when you don't have anything to hang it on is the best just because I don't want to crease it. Which team are you on?
Rolling
Tell
or
us in the
folding?
comments. Yeah, exactly.
You said you would come.
I said inshallah. That's why I hate it, because if I want to make an agreement, I'm a planner. I like to plan. I can be spontaneous, but like if I am going to meet up with someone to deliver, give them something or whatever, I want to know, oh, let's meet there at 5. And they're like, inshallah. I'm like, does that mean that you're meeting me at 5 or not? I don't need your inshallah. I need to know. Because I'm going to go out of my way to meet you there and take the bus, 20 minutes bus ride. Either you're there or you're not. Tell me.
Know when to use it, right? And of course, some people like, I use inshallah because I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. What if I get into a car accident or something? But like, don't use inshallah too freely where it loses its meaning.
Yeah.
But also where it becomes confusing for the other party.
Wow. That was a proper face plant. Yikes.
No, he put out his hand and broke his fall.
But still.
Yeah.
Wow.
The dangers of wearing a thobe.
Oh yeah, I've seen this, I think. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like subhanAllah, like octopus are some of my favorite animals. They're so freaking cool. This is a stronger proof of like, you know, the creation of Allah. Like an octopus that's able to change its colors to match its surroundings, as opposed to like a melon, which is supposed carving on it, whatever. Like, look at this. This is intelligent design.
Yeah.
Rely on things like this to kind of like to bolster your argument or like
Prove your point.
to prove your point. Yes.
Yeah.
The rapid inflation, cosmic expansion, all of these things had to be placed into order for it to occur. Imagine by chance there's something happening, as something as big as that, as something as prolific and big as that happening. It's like, yeah, it's not going to happen by chance. Everything needed to be finely tuned for it to happen. And for it to be organized, there has to be an organizer. For nature to have laws, there has to be a law maker.
But yeah, that's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed it and liked our carefully picked out memes. Hope you had a laugh. And please don't forget to keep our brothers and sisters in Turkey and in Syria in your prayers, in your du'as, and donate if you can.
Yeah, that was it.
Next time we see us will be a different setting, different background, because we're moving again.
Assalamu alaikum. See you in the next one.
السفر الطويل